Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's up with the eyes, see women our Lord say. It's L-Deez, also known Lawrence the One, for another episode I Need to Know with my special guest on the right. Introduce yourself, G.
Hey, man, it's Yogi Calhoon, your girlfriend's favorite rapper, the neighborhood's favorite trapper. Mr. Fuck with a real one, you know what I mean? Yogi Calhoun the first, always asking for the purse. Hello.
You know what? Okay, I got to ask you a question, right? Because that sounds like some real pimp shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I always ask all my guests, where did they get their name from? Where did you get your name from?
Man, it's a long story, man, but I can make it short. I mean, Yogi was just saying, I'm going to say this town business, so I got to tell y'all the story for real. I mean, I was in the car with my pops one day when I was
getting the mic a little bit.
I was saying I was in the car with my pops one day when I was a young nigga, and somebody had got killed, nigga named Yogi. You feel me? And at the time, they didn't really show no remorse. You know what I mean? Usually when somebody die, it's like a big thing, like, damn, you know, such and such, he had a hell of a life to look forward to, and this, that, and the third. It really was like, well, you know, he was smoking niggas. So, you know, that's kind of what come with it. So that name just always stuck out to me. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn, that's a trip. You know what I mean? Like, you know, karma. I learned karma at that age. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Whatever you putting out is going to come back. So that name just always stuck out to me. So fast forward, you know what I mean? I had to be kid, man, probably 5, something like that. The name just stuck out to me, though. And later on down the road, you know, fast forward, East Oakland Sideshow, you know, I'm a player. I done came into myself. And, you know, I got a couple different girlfriends and shit. So, you know, they speaking, they proud of a nigga. So they always talking about me. You know, I got this boyfriend and, you know, and they start talking about me. So I get caught up like, oh, I fuck with him too. And I'm like, oh, okay, the news get back to me. So I like, one day I'm on the strip with my niggas, right? They out there playing games. You know, we East Oakland Side showing this shit late night. And my partners is out there. These niggas coming with a bunch of aliases.
Yeah.
Everybody got a fake name. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, these niggas playing. So in my head, I just come with the Yogi. So I'm out there jabbing, you know, trying to, you know, get my game up. You know what I mean? That's the name I'm giving them. Was, you know what I'm saying, Yogi. And around that time, that's about the time I started kind of interacting with the streets and all of that. And, you know, you don't want to be in the streets doing a bunch of illegal shit, giving niggas your government name.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Yogi just, you know, he was a hustler. You feel me? The cartoon character anyway. He was a hustler. Every day he got up, he wiggled, he had something to do. He was trying to eat. It was the same routine every day.
Yeah.
So I just embraced the name when I started rapping. You know what I mean? I kept Yogi. It was already kind of my name.
And you kind of look like the motherfucker.
Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept it. And then I figured later on down the road, it was a common name in America. I figured somebody probably would bite me or do something like that. You know, it's always a David Martinez, a David Smith, a David.
Yeah.
So I put Calhoun on the end of it. You know what I mean? My pops used to watch a bunch of gangster movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Untouchables and Harlem Nights and, you know, any mob movie pops then watched it. You know, and my pops was a mob nigga. You know, he's a reputable. You know, he got a history with Lil D and all of them.
Yeah.
And so just later on down the road, I was looking for a last name to kind of, because, you know, I came on with Yogi originally for the bras.
Yeah.
It was just something smooth, you feel me? But I'm like, man, we mobbing. We out here really getting it in. So I needed something to make it a little more masculine, a little more aggressive, a little more mobbish. And I said Yogi Calhoun. I was going through Yogi De Niro, Yogi Montana, Yogi, all kind of shit. But when I said Yogi Calhoun, it just sounded dope.
That shit got a cool ring.
Yeah, it sounded
Plus you
dope.
from California. So I get the cow, and then the nigga say, yeah. They don't know if it's from California. It is 40 cow, nigga. See, I'm juiced.
That's where it come from. No, I was in so when I said it, it just sounded dope. It sounded like if you heard it before, you will remember it. And it was like, you know, sound like a dope bank robber. Reminded me of like John Dillinger or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So I just kept it.
So I gotta ask you one other question. Speaking of names and shit like that,
talk about it.
Was that your first rap name?
Yeah. I think on the first project that I was on, it was a compilation. When that came out, it was just Yogi, and then after that, it was and then after that, no, the first 2 projects I think, the first project was called Making It Happen. It was just Yogi on that, and then the next project was called Last Resort. You might have seen the poster in Tom's Jewelry, man. If you ever went to Tom's Jewelry and bought gold teeth at one point, it was a poster in there. You know what I'm saying? I put the first poster up in Tom's Jewelry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing business with Tom, and I negotiated like, man, you know, I spent some money with you. Let me do some promo. He didn't have no problem with it and threw it up. You know what I mean? By the time Tom's and Durant closed, it was 1 million posters in there. You know what I mean?
So you was damn near the pioneer.
For sure. You know what I mean? And I was just on sheer know-how.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Okay,
Facts.
so I like to start, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning,
Okay.
and then we gonna jet to the middle, and then we gonna jet to the end.
Yeah, I got time. I got time today.
Okay, for sure. So how did your hip hop experience start?
The experience itself, like, I mean, you know, hip hop always been a part of, you know, life growing up. Pops used to listen to NWA. Pops used to listen to DJ Quick, and you know what I'm saying. I just remember all of that. You know, Too Short. You know.
And happy birthday, Short.
You know what I mean? Too Short. I just remember all of the. I don't remember rap not being a part of my life, but I honestly never thought about rapping. I was always, you know, I was into sports.
Yeah.
I thought I was going, you know, I was raw, man. I was dope in baseball, football. My attitude was fucked up, though.
What you mean by that? What you mean by that?
My attitude, you know, like, they was trying to turn me into a leader. You know what I mean? Like, still to this day, I still notice I got this problem a little bit. I didn't like nobody telling me nothing. Even if it was a positive attribute, like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't get with the telling me something. You know what I mean? I felt like I had it, and I would get down on myself. You know, if I missed a play, I get mad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to win. But really, the real issue was I just I didn't like nobody really telling me nothing. Like, they'd be telling me, like, you know, like, bring him up to speed. You know what I mean? You got to lead the team. And I'm like, I'm doing my job.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
Talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Bring him up to speed. Yeah. He the motherfucker missing the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? What they was trying to implement in me at the time. You know what I'm saying? So looking back, I see what the issue was. But but I played sports, and that was really you know what I mean, that's what really kept me out the fuckery early. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't broke, and we didn't grow up fucked up, not with food in the refrigerator. My daddy was a hustler. You know what I mean? So we was good. You know what I mean? But you know, like, so I was having Jordans and all that kind of shit, and fly shit and Troop and all of that. I was having all that before I even knew what it was.
Yeah.
So later on, when I got older and I started recognizing what it is, the less it got to be. You know what I'm saying? So by the time, you know, the rapping came in, you know what I mean, I had already kind of, you know what I mean, got well acquainted with getting myself, staying fly and wanting to have money and wanting to just, you know, just the natural things I was used to having. I just had to provide it for myself.
Yeah.
So I was ahead of people that was, you know, probably, you know, up under their parents that got 9 to 5s and just, you know what I'm saying, really wasn't even thinking about that kind of shit yet. I like, my first chain came from Spitz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it ain't like I'm 50 years old, you feel me? So, like, them was like the old niggas. The people, you know, if you from the town, you know what I'm talking about. Spitz was you know, the first jewelry, pre-Highline, pre-exotic jewelry, pre-all of that. You had to be a real nigga to even know where to go get a custom chain at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you was going to be wearing dollar signs and shit. So, you know what I mean? I just been around. I've been around real gang forever. So, the rapping, I just always heard DJ Quick and you know, NWA and 40 and Short. You know what I mean? I heard real Dangerous Dame. You know what I'm saying? I just heard real music growing up, but I never thought about rapping. Going through life, moms and pops getting into it. I'm going to go live with family members. You know what I'm saying? Went to go live with my auntie, went to go live with my grandma, went to go move around. And I had moved to Texas. I was actually born in Texas.
Okay.
I was born in Texas. You know what I mean? I was made in the Bay, born in Texas, and then immediately came back. So my whole life I've been back and forth from California to Texas the whole time. So on one of these trips when I left Texas coming back to California, I lived with my cousin, and that was out in Fairfield. So I stayed with them, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, my favorite cousin. We finally get a chance to live together and all that shit. It was hella fun.
What age were you?
By that time, that had to be about 13.
And how old was he or she?
We same age. You know what I mean? 13.
Okay.
Yeah, we the same age. Yeah, a guy and a girl. They twins.
Oh, shit. Damn, I knew. See, I done fluked up on some right shit, nigga. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened, man. So I used to hate fucking going to Texas, man. It was hella hot. And
yeah.
Granny got a nigga working, you know what I'm saying?
Cutting the lawn and shit.
Crazy big ass ants like this, you know what I mean? I'm
yeah.
like, so I wiggle my way like, man, I got to find somewhere to stay. I called back to California, asked my auntie, can I come stay with them? And she was like, it's good. So I came back, I'm living with them. And my cousin, you know, he kind of flirting with the music. He playing, you know, he freestyling, rapping too. He rapping in this little tape recorder he got. And he got a radio, and he done rigged it up some kind of way to where he rapping and recording these little tapes. I'm like, this shit hella funny. Like, how you even figure out how to do that?
Yeah.
And so that's when it first kind of sparked my interest. So I kind of get bored of being out there, and I'm like, man, I got to go back to the town. So I go to Granny house in Brookfield for the weekend so my cousin could come pick me up, you know what I mean? And, you know, we can go kick it and do what we do, one of my other cousins. So I'm in the hood, you know, I'm in that granny house chilling, and he come pick me up. We go hoop. We going way to Bollinger, San Ramon.
San Ramon, yeah.
They hoopers. So he come pick me up. We go to Bollinger. We all in the car like 5 deep. They go hoop. We coming back. On the way back, they freestyling in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, my cousin, you know what I mean? He just, you know, he ain't nothing really urban, ain't nothing street about him. And they all just kind of rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a trip. These niggas rapping and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't never crossed my mind to rap or even think about it. So I see rap was just kind of touching people at that time. And, you know, eventually I'm like, man, I like this out here a little better than the Fairfield thing. Yeah. So I said, man, I want to come back and come stay with y'all. So I called my auntie, my other auntie. I'm like, auntie, I want to come stay with y'all. You know what I mean? Can I come out there? And she didn't have a problem with it. So, you know, I went to go stay with them. And while I'm staying with them that summer, we end up, you know, 2 of his homeboys, matter of fact, they was rapping.
Okay, what was their names, if you don't mind?
That's all good. It was Lico and YJ. They had a group called Contrast. And one of them, his mom was the manager. She was like that momager type shit. So she was managing them, right? So I'm just a fly on the wall at all these events. So one day we at, you know what I'm saying, my cousin's house, or one of their houses actually. One day we come from hooping, and we at one of their houses, and they rehearsing. They had a show that they was finna do at the EOYC on 82nd.
Yeah,
Mark Curry, you know, he used to throw a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're talking about.
So one day they rehearsing in the room. We kind of like how we is in here right now. And they just all rapping and trying to get, you know, comfortable rapping in front of people. So after that, you know, they start freestyling again. So at this time, I just, you know, they done did this probably about 3-4 times I've been around where they all freestyling and doing a cipher. So I just started writing in my head, you know what I mean? Kind of like putting shit together in my head, not having enough confidence to really say nothing in front of nobody, but I was just, you know, putting it together in my head. And one day they just like, well, you know, we all gonna rap.
That mean you. Tonight.
That mean you too, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So after him, you gonna kick in, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when it finally got to me, man, you know what I'm saying? I had been curating in my head, so I ended up busting. And they was all blown away, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like you dope. And from there, that kind of, by that time, the 2 people that was rapping in the group, they had fell out. I guess the other one didn't really like what was going on with, you know, moms and the way she was managing them.
The crazy thing is that their name was Contrast. So they definitely had a contrast.
Man, you know, it was positive, man. I was I was impressed by them dudes because I never met nobody that was trying to rap. And at that time, you know, rap was, you know, it wasn't Kanye West yet. It was still street niggas and having to be.
What year is this?
Tough shit. That had to be like 99.
99.
That had to be like 99. Yeah, I was like 99 when that happened.
Well, it's always dope when you got like a rap group and then you got like somebody that's family trying to manage motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Moms was taking it serious. They was doing photo shoots and you know, she was starting to book them studio time. Some kind of way, I think it was just the direction of the group and where it was going. I don't think bro was feeling it no more. I think she had a lot of input, you know what I mean, and he wasn't feeling it. So he left, went to go do his own thing. He started his own label and went to go do a compilation. Later on, he was asking me to round up artists and try to help him get people for that. And then after hearing me rap, she asked me if I wanted to be in a group with the other one. Yeah. You feel me? I'm like, bet, let's do it. And that's how I end up rapping and getting going. So I started learning how to write, you know what I'm saying, from there, and start kind of curating the process of being a rapper. You know what I'm saying, from right there. That's how I got started.
So I gotta ask you a question. What was the first song that you recorded?
First song I recorded, I think we was in what's Killer B. Shout out to Killer B, man. You know, Brian over there.
Brian, that shout out to
What You Need Graphics.
What
man,
You Need
Next
Graphics.
Day Prince and all of that, man.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? You know what's crazy? I recorded my first rap song there. ROB that made 1-800 Fed Up made my beat. Rest in peace.
Okay.
You know who made 1-800
Fed Up with the bullshit.
Yeah, on Cell Block.
Yeah.
I was in the studio when they was laying that shit.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Duke,
big.
not Davey D and Duke is brothers. I didn't really know Duke back then, but I mean Dave back then, but I knew Duke.
Yeah.
Because I used to work at this gas station with my big brother. because I broke a window, so they put my little ass to work. But it was a bunch of brothers that worked. Remember when Chevron used to be on 55th? I used to work at that motherfucker in 8th grade. But Duke was always like my big cousin. But later on in life, I went to a family reunion and found out that my cousin was his cousin. So I'm, we nigga cousins. You know, like you could be my cousin, but you got a cousin that ain't my cousin, but you be nigga, so that's my cousin.
Right.
But
Nigga
I mean,
cousin.
if it's a chick cousin, I mean, she's my chick cousin. But if she fucking with it,
then it's a go. I got some shit like that.
Motherfucking go.
I got kids in my family behind shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I got little cousins that, you know what I mean?
You know what I call
that's
that?
Connected in a couple ways.
I said, that's my tribal sister. They say, Lawrence, what the fuck is a tribal sister? I said, well, her brother is really like my brother. I call her sis because that's really his sister. But in actuality, shit, his sister fine in a motherfucker. He said, well, what's up with the tribe? He said, would you fuck with your partner sister? I said, why not, nigga? Back in the African days, nigga, who more qualified to fuck with my sister than the nigga that just saved me from another clan and a tiger? Nigga, you better come get this. You better come get it.
Is that out of pocket? Is
No.
that out of pocket fucking with your partner sister?
No, as long as you have respect for it. If you fuck with my...
what if she get disrespectful?
Look. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen. They both gonna have some issues and shit like that going on. Like, have you ever fucked with one of your partner sisters? I've never fucked with none of my partner sisters.
No comment.
Okay.
No, I'm fucking with you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've had, as an adult, you know what I'm saying, I've had some dealings with people that was, connected to people around me. But I think my rule with that is I would never pursue. You feel me? I don't pursue. Like, I ain't going to be trying to talk to your sister. I ain't going to be trying to do no little slick shit. But if she want to sign up for service, I'm going to hook her up. Hello.
And then, hey, check this out, though. What if she's in it for the hat, Yogi? What if she's in it for the hat, Yogi?
Hey, I've had some pleasurable nights and experiences, man, behind some Yogi Calhoun merch.
For real?
Man, I swear to God, man. Without going too far into it, man.
Well, say that for the end, because,
Yeah, I've had some. Yeah, man. But yeah, we'll catch up to it, man.
Yeah,
but that's how I started rapping, though. You know what I'm saying? I basically was just living with my cousin. I was moving around growing up. You know what I mean? I lived with different family members. Moms and pops was going through what they was going through, and I was just always trying to be comfortable. And I just always kind of hopped around. I was a good kid, you know what I mean? I wasn't no fuck up, you know what I mean? I did all my fucking up with my big brother when we was after school and shit like that. In school, I paid attention. I was always attentive and all of that. But when we got out of school, you know what I'm saying, we always turned up and went to do all the bad shit. But but that's how I started rapping, man. And I had kind of felt some kind of way, man, because I was so excited, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, we can get $1 million off this shit. I started rapping because I felt like we was going to get some real chicken, you know what I mean?
Did they change your name in Contrast when you came?
Nah, see, I wasn't a part of Contrast. Contrast was just a group that was previously there before when I came back to California. That's the group that my cousin partners, and they was the group Contrast. So I'm living with my cousin, and we going to go hoop, and 2 of his homeboys is a rap group, and they was called Contrast. So my cousin, being supportive of his partners, we always at the house. They was all click tight. They all kicked it all the time. Yeah, so Contrast was that group that they was. They never actually got around to putting out no project. Actually, they was just kind of in the studio, and they was just working on their craft and photo shoots and rehearsing a lot and stuff like that. And I remember old school black and whites. People would sign them, put them up in Durant, little stuff like that.
Definitely. Those was called bios.
The bio, them saying they was having professional stuff like that. But before they could put out some music, they ended up dismantling. And I had good relationships with both parties, so I ended up jumping on a song with dude that left the group and started his own label.
Okay.
It was called Half and Half.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And what's a trip is Irk the Jerk was on that project too. The first project I ever was on, Kevin Allen.
Yeah.
You know
was he called Irk the Jerk then or Kevin Allen?
It was Irk the Jerk. He was Kev to, his immediate friends and all of that, but him rapping was Irk the Jerk. I had to figure out who that was. They was like, they always called him Kev, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, who's Irk the Jerk? And they like, oh, Kev, he dope. And I heard, matter of fact, I seen Kev freestyling or battle rapping somebody at a football game one time. You know what I'm saying? I was like, he dope.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I got bars. See, back then I was selling tree, riding Mustangs, and you feel me? I was just, I was hustling back then. You feel me? So I started rapping like that summer. Like I was just kind of.
And what year is this again?
That was like 90. I was like 99.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like 99 when all that was going on. So like nobody at the school knew me cause Kev and them, they was performing at lunchtime. They was good with the counselors. Like they had full support from the faculty with their music thing. They was called Keep It Clean back then.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They whole thing was like not doing drugs or something like that. You know what I mean? So I didn't fit into that circumference because I'm selling tree at lunch.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
I kind of encompass that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what you mean?
When you said that you was selling weed and they was keeping it clean.
Yeah, for real. No, you know what I'm saying? No cap. That's what was going on. But they was always cool cats though. You know what I'm saying? We was familiar with each other, but you know what I mean? So I just wasn't rapping at that time. So like that summer, when all that jumped off of me, I went back to school that next year. And that summer is actually when that compilation came together. So by the time school came back, bruh had reached out to me and he was like, man, that's how Kevin got on it. He was like, man, you go to school with them dudes, tell them I'm doing a compilation to come get on it. And I actually went and told all of them, and they got on it. And I'm like, hold on, man. I ain't finna buzz everybody else in, and I ain't finna put myself on. Yeah. So I called bro, and I'm like, hey, man, you ain't got no more beats left? He was like, I got one beat. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I'll give it to you. And so he gave me the beat, and I wrote to it. The first song I ever did was called Stressed Out, and that was the name of the song. So what made it so fly is that when the project actually came out, it was about like 6-7 niggas at the school on the thing.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody knew I rap. So when it come out, they all going to go get it. So when they go get it, they open it up. And you know what I'm saying? Yogi on here, you feel me? I got my chain in my mouth, my open faces. At that time, I had like 12 open faces, and I got a clean ass picture. And the song dope. So everybody was like, nigga, I didn't know you rap. You feel me? And I'm like, nigga, I don't. Nigga, I just ain't gonna slip on the opportunity. I was the opportunity. So from that, I got some momentum, and then boom, I was already in a group with bruh, with the other dude from Contrast. So me and him started a group called Last Resort. And Last Resort, we pressed up CDs and posters and, did the street team. And that's how I got my relationships. I met DJ Duro like that outside of Sweet Jimmy's selling CDs. You know what I'm saying? And I threw my posters and everything, campaigning. That's how I end up. At first, I was kind of mad. Like, man, these niggas didn't talk me into rapping, and now the CDs and posters in here. I'm the only nigga out here marketing, you know what I'm saying, in the street. These niggas kind of chilling, kicking back. I'm like, man, what kind of shit is this? But it ended up being a blessing though. You know what you kind of did? Well,
man, don't tell me to throw the ball. Tell this nigga to throw the ball. Yeah.
Bruh. That's what but so basically what happened right at that point is I just fell into I was kissing, I was shaking hands, and I was creating relationships unknowingly to myself. Yeah. I was just out there trying to do what I felt like needed to be done. But I was kind of bitter. You feel me? Like, man, because, like, I'm calling my partner. Like, it's both of us on the cover. So we might be out, obviously we marketing to the females. So we are always pushing up on females. And they like, well, here go my number whoop. And they like, he look good. I'm like, hold on, let me call him for you. I'm buzzing my nigga in like, here, this him on the phone. So, we just keeping it lit like that. So I'm just like, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like at the time I was, it never got in the way of nothing, but I was just kind of like, I'm doing all the work. I felt like I was the workhorse.
It's always like this. It's always like this. It's like when the preacher say this. When somebody asks the preacher to pray for him, right? Right. You say, pray for yourself. You could be your own advocate.
Pray for yourself.
I'm saying all that to say this. When I'm out there pushing music, I wasn't pushing nobody else shit but me. Yeah. I could rap my shit. I could tell you what song to go to. I'm not doing nobody else's ad libs.
Yeah, Rich Peasants was my shit with the high post.
Yeah, I thought you knew.
Come on, man.
You know what's crazy?
On, man. High post was it was before its time, and I feel like we need to bring it back and let the people really get a good dose of it.
You know what's crazy?
And I'm gonna get on the remix.
You know what's crazy? This nigga talking about the same song Idaho J-Do talking about. They love that shit in North Oakland. That shit put me on. Shout out to Charlie O that made the beat. That EP put
Charlie
me
O
on.
made that?
Charlie O made that.
Hey, shout out Charlie O, man.
Yeah, I sat in the
That's my
studio. You know, when I do beats and shit like that or get my music, I actually be right there and tell my producers what drum patterns and shit to play because I write a cappella, so I always hear it in my head. So then be like I be co-producing shit.
Yeah.
You know, but thank you though, man.
Bro, yeah, man. You know, no problem, man. I enjoyed it, man. You know what I'm saying? I like. You know, I'll be having to tip my hat to a cat, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank
like
you.
That shit.
When motherfuckers mention high post, I just light up like a motherfucking light bulb. Cause I remember when I put that out there and they was like, nigga, you are a damn fool for this song. It was damn near like our version of B.I.B.I. It was wild than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I shouted out the whole East though, you know?
Yeah, that shit was dope. I can't remember how it came across to me. I think you had shouted to me. Like I said, I know back then I had a box Chevy. I had like a brown box Chevy on things. I had 20s, but I didn't have no Vogues. They didn't have the 20-inch Vogues.
Yeah,
I just had the 20s. But I had like a copy of the. I was doing dumb shit. I put my posters like taped them to the side of the car.
Yeah,
because you know we at the side show, so I'm like tape this to the side of the car and shit like that. Then we been driving too fast, so the poster just blow and rip. So I'm like, I gotta put it inside the window.
Yeah.
So I just started doing it like that. So at some point, everybody, you know what I mean, knew I rap. That was always something that, once I started rapping, that was always like, I always led with that. Like, you know what I mean? I do music, so everybody was accommodated and knew I. So at some point, we ended up hollering. That's how me and Mac ended up finding out with Buck Haven, like we was talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
He ended up telling me, I pull up knocking one day, and he was like, matter of fact, I pull up knocking his CD.
Yeah.
I'm playing the
Young Guns.
In the streets, the Life in the Streets.
Yeah, Bathgate put them niggas out. Young Guns.
He like, nigga, go to number 7 or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I go. He like, nigga, that's me right there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
you know
you know what's crazy though? Because back then, he was my favorite rapper from West Oakland.
Bathgate?
No, Buck Haven.
Buck Haven?
Buck Haven was going crazy to me. And I've been knowing Buck since we've been little.
I knew the nigga for about a year before I knew the nigga rap.
Yeah.
You know
I knew though, because I mean, I'm right there. Like, they from Ghost Town. I'm from Apgard, 39th, West Mac. So they like 5 blocks away.
Okay.
And then up 5 more blocks is Fab on 43rd, 4th, and 5th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see. Okay, yeah, see. So y'all had prior history before y'all even.
I have prior history damn near with everybody before I meet the motherfuckers. That's why when you said whatever, holla at my partner sister, we got prior motherfucking history.
Period. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I done ate with your mama, nigga.
Yeah, just normal at this point.
Yeah. She said, well, you know, I mean, he's always over here. I mean, it's not working out with them other motherfuckers. I mean, he's already like my son.
I done seen it. I done seen it unfold, man. I done had action before, and I held my tongue, you know, out of respect, and seen it unfold into some other shit. But yeah, it happens, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, different strokes, different folks. You know, it's two consenting adults. Ain't nothing you can do about that at the end of the day. You know, no matter who it is, you know, if ain't no disrespect or no hating going on, really ain't nothing you can really do about that.
So what is your connection with Pretty Black, Yuck Mouth, and the Jackal? Talk about how you got tied in with them.
Man, just on the way. So right after I started rapping and that compilation come out. Okay. Compilation come out, Making It Happen. Boom. Everybody at school is on that. Like, okay, bam. You feel me? That's the first thing that what they say on wax. It came out. It's published. Bam. After that, Last Resort come out. The CD I'm working on with bruh. We went to Louisiana for the next summer. We went to Louisiana. Down there where Lil Snoop from. Jonesboro. No, Lil Snoop. That was
Lil Snoop. Yeah.
Make Me a Dream Chaser, Lil Snoop.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Pretty Black and Lil Snoop. We done mentioned 2 dead people. Rest in peace, and you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I went to that following summer. I went to Jonesboro, Louisiana, to go work on this record deal with bruh that we had. But basically, the compilation come out, the group project Last Resort come out that I got with Dude, and it was just a 1 project deal. We had got a little loan from somebody. Actually, my partner dad actually financed that. Like I said, his mom was our manager.
Oh, that's cool.
So she talked his pops into financing us. You know, they working, it sound good. He gave us some money to put out the project. When the project came out, I mean, I took off. You feel me? Like throughout the streets, everywhere I was at, I did my promo thing. So now Yogi, as an artist and as a rapper, got, you know what I mean, some notoriety. You feel me? People already knew how I was before the rapping thing, you know, because I would go promote it and, you know, do my thing. But if I met you and I didn't have a CD in my hand, you know what I mean, I probably wouldn't bring it up. But when I'm out marketing and promoting, I did it heavy. So Pretty Black come into the fold basically because the people are we didn't press up hella CDs. This is why I'm saying that we only had 1,000 CDs that first little run and like 500 posters. So them 500 posters and 1,000 CDs let everybody around me know that I was rapping. I'm taking it serious. But people that we never got no radio play or nothing like that. So the average Joe just see a fly nigga. They don't know I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
So the niggas around me end up bringing Pretty Black. Shout out to my nigga Just. Just with a Oakland Zone.
Okay.
Oakland Zone. Shout out my nigga Just. That's my brother. Oakland Zone 1852. They got he got a clothing store right now in Fruitville. You know what I mean? It's a brand called Oakland Zone. If you ain't familiar with it.
Yeah. Hey, Oakland Zone. Yeah. I know who that is.
Yeah.
He got a son named Caesar play with my son Levi. I know exactly who the fuck that is.
Shout out to Just.
Yeah, for sure.
So my whole crew of niggas, you know what I'm saying, at the time, we all mobbing. And we just on bullshit. We beat niggas up. We going to Black Fridays acting the ass. We just doing dumb shit hot
than a motherfucker.
Yeah, we doing dumb shit, you know what I mean? But it go along with what we was doing at the time. And that was a part of our marketing. We going to the Black Fridays, we turning up and shit like that. And one day Just was like, man, I want you to meet this nigga named Verse Style. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? And at the time we was going to school. Me and Just was going to school at Hill College.
Okay.
Over there in Hayward. You know what I mean? So he like, bro, I want you to he was like, yo, you need to meet
Heald, H-E-A-L-D?
Heald College.
The shit you see on TV?
Heald, man. Me and what's hella funny is that when I started going there, it was me and like 5 other niggas from Brookfield going to that motherfucker. We all trying to sneak and go to school. The first day come, everybody, nigga Kente, this motherfucker, nigga Doja, this motherfucker. Like, real niggas is in school. The dame's hella funny, bro. We all try to sneak and go to school. And now it's hella funny, bro, how it all unfolded. So now it's real Brookfield in Hill, nigga. We had lunch drinking XO. We burning down in the watching TV in the car and all kind of shit. So it's a real movement going on at school. But Just, my other nigga, Just, he going too. Yeah. So we all up here at school. And he like, bro, you need to meet this nigga named Verse Style. He said, I met this Chicago nigga on the strip. You feel me? You need to, I told him he need to fuck with you. And at that time, I had put up hella posters. I did hella hand-to-hand CDs. I done battle every nigga. This one I found out every nigga's a rapper. When I'm out and I'm putting up posters and I'm out doing my consignment with Rasputin's or a liquor store or something, niggas like, oh, that's you? Oh, okay. Well, let me hear something. You know what I mean? Or my partner rap too, so I'm then rapped against every nigga in the Bay at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm tired of rapping against niggas at this time. I'm like, so when he like, man, you need to meet Verse Style, I'm like, all right, bet, bro, bring him through. I'll meet him. You know what I'm saying? And when he come through, Black came and picked us up. You know what I mean? His name was Verse Style. That's why I keep saying that. He wasn't Pretty Black yet. His name was Verse Style. And he came and picked us up from school, and we slide through the town. We go straight to the east. We slide through the east, through the west, through the north. We just sliding around, burning down. And we freestyling. Usually at that time, by the time I start rapping against a nigga, it turns into a capping session or some aggressive shit. The way we was doing it, it turned into like a cipher. He catching my last word, I'm catching his last word. And we like, man, if we would have recorded all of that, we would have had a project. That was an album for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So from then, we just locked in. I'm like, man, I got a little line because my cousin Sonny B, that do beats with
the Groove Line.
The Groove Line, that's my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, Son B, man. Shout out to Son B, man, and Mike D. But Son was my cousin. I'm like, bro, I got a little line on some beats. I'll talk to my cousin and see what could happen. But I'm dealing with these other cats, man, come to the studio with us. Because me and bro that did that Last Resort CD, we was like, man, we don't like the way Miles was kind of handling that situation. We don't know where the money went. We don't know what, nothing happened. Let's do our own thing.
Yeah.
We started doing our own thing, and then we ended up splitting up, and he went another route, and I went another route. So I had resources at the time, but I didn't have no project, so me and Black hooked up. So he like, meet Yogi. So when he met me, I turned him on to the resources I had. We did a project called Hate Me Now, which is Verse Style first CD.
Okay.
So if you ever find that CD, it's Verse Style. He got a Chicago jersey on. He got a chain on the front. It's a white Hummer. And it's featuring me, Lil Flip, and a Pretty Black cousin at the time name. His name was
Lil Flip from Texas?
Yeah, Lil Flip from Texas. I had actually went to Texas to go get the verse and end up just getting caught up in some other shit while I was down there, and then end up coming back like, bro, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get it by the time. Well, actually, I had the line. I talked to Flip the day before I left on the phone, and he said he wanted, like, he said he charged, at that time, I think Flip said he charged major labels like 15 bands, and he charged like independents like 5 or something. So I was like, all right, bro, let me get back to Cali and connect my nigga and see what kind of budget we got. So I came back to Cali, and by the time I came back, Black already had the little Flip verse. He had got it from JT the Bigger Figure.
Oh shit! JT always getting verses. I was just talking about
the verse.
I was just talking about how JT the Bigger Figure did that Game album, but I was just talking about.
That's how, you know what I'm saying? But that was the whole reason I went to Texas.
Yeah.
It was to go get the verse, because just communicating, I knew he had been out there with fucking with my people. I knew he had just been out there not too long ago. I said, that's easy, bro. I can go fuck with him because he was on fire at the time. So I said, yeah, let me go to Texas and go get the verse. But I come back, and we doing a photo shoot for the album, because I had been gone for a minute, and that nigga verse style worked like this. That nigga's one of the fastest, you know, rappers I done seen as far as writing and recording. Yeah. That nigga was quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so by the time I come back, Black already got the verse. We doing a photo shoot for the project, and he played a little Flip song for me at the photo shoot. And I'm like, he like, yo, I want you to get on this. And that was my first big feature. I jumped on the song with him and Lil Flip. It was called How We Do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we put that out on 712 and Hungry Fam, which was the imprint Black had for itself at the time. So that was the first 712, me doing my CEO thing. Helping out with that, and then so that's how I met Pretty Black verse style. And then after we put that out, after we put the verse style Hate Me Now project out, we got the attention of Raw Records, RAH, Rich and Hated, which ended up putting out the Keek Super Hyphy record and the Dope Game projects. Remember the Dope Game?
Yeah, with Frankie Stickums.
Exactly, and Lee Majors and all of them. So when we first got over there, though, it was just BA. It was BA was over there. So
this what I want to know, right? Real quick. When did he change his name to Pretty Black?
When he went to the regime.
Okay.
When he after the project, after the Verse Style project, he went over there and started doing the project with BA at Raw. They was doing a project called Chicago, California. Okay. They had artwork and everything pressed up, but just the way it ended up unfolding. That's how we met the Mob Figures too, because the BA had just got done doing the Block Report project. Yeah. And Rob Lowe produced that whole thing. Okay. So, you know, he was hanging with the Mob Figures. So we linked up with BA. He went out his way, introduced us to everybody. He introduced us to Gov, Keek, you know what I'm saying, the Mob Figures and all that. And that just became our crew. Like I said, we was already mobbing on this side in East Oakland. You know what I mean? We had our whole little mob, niggas from the north, west, east. We had a whole little clique that we already had. So linking up with the rap niggas that was mobbing just made our whole little shit dangerous. Yeah. So we clicked up like that. And then so that's how we clicked up with Black, and then ended up with BA, and then he did one project. He did one more project over there with Raw. It was called Definitely Eating. And that was the introduction to Pretty Black. It was that project. So right after that is when that's when he turned into Pretty Black, when he did the regime thing with Yuck. Gotcha. So he did 2 projects as Verse Style, Hate Me Now, and then he did Definitely Eating, which had a bunch of features on there. And then after that, it was all Pretty Black.
And where were you at when you heard Pretty Black pass?
I was in Texas. I was in Texas, man, maybe about, I want to say, man, maybe a few months, bro. Probably not long at all. But I had went out to Texas, man. My brother, rest in peace, JB. You know what I'm saying? I had a brother that died on a motorcycle accident. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he was getting money, man. You know, rest in peace now. But you know, he was a bird, man. He was down there having it his way, for real. And he passed away on a motorcycle accident. And you know, I try my best to stay out here and keep doing the rap shit and keep pushing with that. But you know, your mama call you and say, you know, she needs your help. It's time to go. So I left and went to Texas. So prior to me leaving, though, I could have stayed, but you know, but I decided to go out there because we was eating, we was getting money out there too. And at the time, you know, rapping was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always been around and rapping and playing with it, but you can see everything I'm talking about is startup. It's from the ground up.
Yeah.
But in real life and in the streets, like we up. You feel me? We in Benzes and clean old school. So in real life, I didn't really like the come up game. You know what I'm saying? That whole little thing of trying to get on, and the rap niggas was just boosie to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The rap niggas was boosie to us. And then my people didn't like me rapping really. They was like, man, why you fuck with these weird ass niggas? Why you fuck with these niggas? And I'm like, man, they cool niggas, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you niggas is not rappers. Who else gonna show me how to rap? I'm really trying to take this shit serious.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, you know, apprentice and get the game for real. So, you know what I mean? I met a lot of good dudes, you know what I mean, in the rap game. As far as the niggas that was in my circle, my name has always been attached to real niggas. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never really went too far outside of my circle. I got blessed. Like, I got a project out called Born Alone, Die Alone that I was putting out with Jacka prior to him passing. But that project got hella features on it. Filthy, Be Legit, Keep the Sneak.
Yeah.
Just the whole mob, Pretty Black, last song we did. I got slaps on there, 4 racks on there. It's a dope project. It's an album and a movie, but all them songs came together organically. I didn't really have to do too much to, you know what I mean, to create that and get them features and all of that. But that's how the whole little thing kind of curated was us Black going to Raw Records and BA having relationships with the mob figures and all of that, and then we locking in with them, and then Black leaving the Raw Records situation and locking in with Yuck and doing the Regime thing over there.
Were you ever Regime?
Yeah, I had a stint with the Regime. My uncle made Big Key, you know what I mean, and Lil Key, and my cousin, they actually started the Regime in the beginning with Yuck. So I was always around it, and I had got my dragon back in the day through Lil Key. He actually the one, MH now, you know what I'm saying, most honorable shout out, because he gave me the blessing to get my dragon back in the day. But I was never on like Smoke a Lot Records or signed to none of that. I was always 712 and doing my own thing. Yeah. But later on down the road, man, after Black ended up passing and all that shit happened with Black, and then Jack ended up passing, you know what I'm saying, like I was supposed to put out a project over there at the AR with Jack, and then he passed. And then I just got back to California, so man, Lee Majors, you know what I'm saying, my nigga.
Yeah, shout out to Lee Majors.
Lee Majors, my nigga. Lee had the idea like, yo, you know what I mean, just come fuck with us. Because I had been in Texas for a minute, bro. I was out there for 9 years. I had songs on the radio, songs in the club popping, doing the whole college scene, my merch selling. Like, Texas was good to me, so that's why I wasn't no rush to come back. And Jack was always like, yo, stay out there, bro. He's like, you know what I mean, you strong. You feel me? Like, we need the mob out there anyway.
And everybody out there look like us.
And, you know, just like how, you know, right now they keep screaming the Bay and Detroit got we cousins. Yeah. Well, Texas and the Bay is for sure.
For sure.
First cousins or something, you know what I mean? We've been locked in with them, 40 and that Pimp C, and that's been a thing.
Yeah, in 6ix9ine Village and Rap-A-Lot.
Like that whole thing. So
that's a pipeline.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And my mama is from Texas and my daddy from Brookfield. So that's how I've been going back and forth forever. So when I heard about Black, I was in Texas at the time when that had happened. But before I left, man, I actually I had talked to Black. You know what I mean? I had chopped it up with him because I was at the barbershop one day, and man, I heard some niggas kind of, you know what I mean, niggas just talking. At this time, he pretty black now. The nigga with the Lamborghini.
Yeah. All
he everybody
the
cousin
toys
and shit. He everybody potting. That shit was crazy, bro. The first time when we did that one project, Hate Me Now, I let him take the 712 chain to Chicago, and at that time I had spent like 5 bands on that chain. And he go to Chicago with it, you know what I mean, go show his mama he rapping, doing his thing, and he come back. That nigga could have disappeared with the chain. It could have been like, you know, a little dangler situation. But
yeah, hey, I'm rapping, nigga. Let me hold the YC chain, nigga.
Hey, that's why I said, hey, you know, it's hella funny. Back then, when I always wanted my niggas to have chains and all that, bro. And I went through everything you could do for niggas to get chains. I'm like, bro, I go half with niggas. We can get them no diamonds at first, just so they a little more affordable for everybody. Man, I just bought like 3 chains, and I just started keeping them with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't got niggas chains, and nigga broad and took his chain and hid it from him, and now he had to show with no chain. I'm like, bro, where your chain at? Yeah. Ah, man, my girl, you know what I'm saying, man, she...
Man, what's up? Hey, man, hey, look, nigga, who's the rapper?
Come on,
bro. You know, next time we're going to ask her to put the motherfucking chain on. You know what that remind me of? when they found out when my rap group found out my mother killed somebody on the way to church, they said, "L, we gonna have to get your mom in the group because we need a real gangster in this group."
Bruh. That's why I started getting chains. Man, I got that chain shit, bro. Like I always want niggas that had chains and do the crew. I done went through all of that and trying and like signing niggas and giving niggas some shine and all of that. And like I just had crazy experiences jumping off with that. So now, like, so I was like, man, and then one time I'm even like, okay, I got worked out a deal with the jeweler. Y'all just got to go down there. He gonna jug you. Niggas come back with chains with their names on them. Instead of getting the label changed, that niggas got their own little chains with their names on them and shit. So I'm like, man, it just ain't no winning with niggas, bro. Yeah. So now what I do is I buy the chains and I just keep them with me. So whoever come to the show that night, whoever come to the video shoot, y'all can rock the chain that night and then return it to me after that.
So what's
and
the
if you
process?
buy it from me, I'ma jug you.
What's the process? Say I'm wearing the chain.
Okay.
We on the way home.
Okay.
We on the way home. Let's say like it's 39th, and when we start getting we coming from 37th, and then we getting to 38th.
It depends what's going on. It depends what's going on.
I mean, I done rocked the motherfucking mic. I done just knocked me abroad. You know what I'm saying? That look like Alicia Keys. I mean, I'm in good standing with Yogi motherfucking Calhoun. Yeah. So we riding the 37th. We getting the 38th. Now we pulling up in front of my house, and I'm like, yeah.
Now you got that. That's you. Man, give it to me tomorrow. Give it to me tomorrow. I ain't tripping like that. You know what I mean? Give it to me tomorrow. But I got real niggas around me to where niggas are just, I done had niggas get out the car or get out the truck and then text me like, bro, it's in the back of the seat. You feel me? Like, I got real niggas around me, so they doing shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? I put the chain in the back of the seat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, nigga, I wasn't tripping. You could have just gave it to me tomorrow. But that's just real nigga shit. You know, weird nigga gonna spin off. Can't catch a nigga for 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shit like that. But, but yeah, we having a good time, man. We hanging out. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? It's for, I do it that way. And I keep them with me because I just want them always to be present because I just didn't have too many problems with, if people don't got money invested, then they ain't got no type of care. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I do deals with people, I always prefer for somebody, I want to pay you. I want to pay you to come perform. I want to pay you to video. I like paying people because I want to hold you accountable for whatever's going on. Or if we're going to do a business deal, I want your money to be spent too. So that way you could be, you know what I'm saying? You have your full attention. Yeah,
for sure. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, though, because you said that you sold CDs. And I noticed something about selling CDs. A motherfucker that buy one would be more likely to listen to it as opposed to if you give a motherfucker one.
Yeah. You know the thing with the CDs, what I started doing, what I noticed that a lot of people done gave me CDs over the years. I didn't have a lot of niggas hand me CDs. I didn't listen to them all. But every time a nigga gave me a DVD, I watched it.
Yeah.
So that's why when I did my album, Born Alone, Die Alone, I put I packaged it like that with an album and a movie. So then that way, you know what I'm saying, you gonna do something. You know what I mean? Whether you visual, because we black, we visual to the motherfucker. Yeah. Nigga might not read it if we got a lot of words, but we got pictures in there, nigga gonna flip through that bitch and be like, okay.
Yeah. And we optical.
We optical.
I mean
we like to see it.
Yeah, like if you could listen to a porno, right, but not see it, or you can watch it, but not hear it.
That's a crazy twist, but I see where you're going with that.
I want to see the motherfucker.
You want to see it.
You know, depending on who live with the motherfucker on mute any motherfucking way.
It's like, I think it's like with the motherfucker on, live with the motherfucker on mute. That's crazy. That's heavy. Niggas
is burned. So you was in the motherfucking regime, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So are you still in the regime now?
Nah. They said not at the time, man. We you know what I'm saying, we had creative differences. We just decided to go our own separate ways. Like from we're pretty black, from the situation with Black and him going over there and then him deciding to leave and go do MOE, Money Over Everything, which is his brand that I still got it tatted on me too. He went to go do Money Over Everything, and then from there, you know what I'm saying, he ended up passing. So when he passed, that's like what he had going. The Money Over Everything with Shauna from DTP, Chopper from Making the Band, Yogi, Calhoun, and Pretty Black. And Big Mike was the CEO, Pretty Black Big Brother. You know what I'm saying? And, so, man, we had a positive thing going on, man. We actually did one show at the Caribbean, at Caribbean City, that we got. It's like footage of it. It's a little footage of it online, but it was rocking. At that time, I had a song out called Donkey Rope that was going crazy. That's the song I was doing at all the shows. It was called Donkey Rope. But, so I always tried to stay independent of other people, unless it was some money involved, unless it was some life-changing money or something. Yeah, I tried to stay doing 712 and keep, building my brand. Now, I never had no problem doing collabs with niggas because, why not? We all got to come together. I ain't the guy that just feel like we got to do everything alone. I actually want to come together. I want to work, but it got to make sense on both ends. So me coming up and not having experience in the music business, me not having experience in the music business besides the little bit that I had, I was always willing to work with somebody who I knew of that wanted to work with me. Like Jacka was like the first nigga to like take to me and like, yo, you dope. And like whatever you want to do, like let's do it. Like that nigga act like we grew up together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as he went, I feel like I met him late, but I actually met him early compared to what happened, as far as he went and we know what his legacy ended up being. Yeah. But he was always willing to do songs with me or do a project with me or whatever I wanted to do. But
so did you ever meet Fam Cirque when you was over there? Fam Cirque?
Nah, he was around, but I never met him though.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know you talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. He like do the singing and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you talking about. See, I was always around. I just I never cared about the spotlight for real. I really was trying to learn. I was really trying to, figure the game out for real. Okay. But Black was the nigga that wanted to shine. Black wanted to be out there. He wanted niggas to know who he was. He really wanted that. You feel me? And it was understood though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to let it happen naturally and organically. But with the music business, niggas will step on your toes to get on. You know what I'm saying? I heard somebody say, in order to get to the top, you're going to have to step on somebody. You know what I'm saying? I heard that before, and I just really wasn't. I guess I didn't want it that bad, bro, to really be trying to disrespect niggas and do a bunch of weird shit. But once I peeped that niggas was intentionally putting roadblocks in my way, you know what I'm saying? It kind of brought that tiger out in me like, hold on, man, you feel me? I thought we was playing this like, I thought this was a gentleman's sport. We all gonna play it the way we gonna play it and get what we gonna get. Niggas is on some weird shit.
Hey, you kind of reminded me of Pretty Tony or the Mac. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to get into some gangster shit? You know what I'm saying? Or you want to handle this like gentlemen?
Right, man. Man, like I said, man, me being out here, because, everybody scream real nigga. Yeah. Everybody scream real nigga. So real niggas move a certain type of ways. That, if you say you a center, you know what I mean? If that's your position in basketball, I expect you to, dunk. I expect you to do certain things. Yeah. You feel me? So a real nigga that's a job description, really. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's really describing how you move and what your morals are. So everybody's screaming real nigga, so I was naive and expecting niggas to really carry that out. But in reality, niggas is rappers, and niggas want to be, and niggas is fame whores, and niggas want to be on, niggas want to be lit, niggas want to be the nigga, bro. And that's cool, but you know what I mean? I just ain't gonna really. I ain't gonna disrespect nobody, you know what I'm saying, or really do nothing crazy in order to have that. It ain't that serious to me.
You know what? Summing up your story though, a lot of that shit got to do with the fact that you already had another way to get some motherfucking money anyway. Yeah. So you was like, every time a motherfucker do something in the rap game that you deem was not what a real nigga do, I bet you your cousins and shit like that popped up on your shoulder like a conscious like, see, I told you them niggas was weird. You know?
Bruh, we need to take this part and post this part, because that's the part right there. That's the part that I kept hearing like along the way. I might be out at a club, and I might be out. I don't know. I just be out somewhere. You feel me? We doing a rap thing, and I run into one of my people, and they like, you know what I'm saying? They like, man, you fuck with them. They like, man, you realer than them niggas, and they don't even know it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you realer than them. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, bro, I know, but it's good. I don't know. I just always felt like rappers get a lot of hate anyway. People hate rappers. Yeah. Rappers get hate anyway. So I never let that influence my decisions. You know what I mean? Whatever your situation is with somebody else, won't necessarily dictate how I feel about you. Yeah. Because you might look at me different than you do them. You might try to run the play on him, but not to run it on me. Yeah. So I never really, no matter who I dealt with, I always built my own relationships with them, and I let them show me who they was as opposed to what somebody said.
That's as real as it's gonna get, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But and sometimes it worked in my favor and sometimes it didn't. Sometimes niggas turned out to be who niggas said they was. Yeah. And other times I'm like, that wasn't my experience with that man, so I can't really, say that.
Yeah, at least you gave it a fair shot.
Right. And that's all we could do. That's why I say it ain't. That's why I say with the thing with the regime that I had, like I said, it was just creative differences. After Black went over there, before Black went over there, you know, we had a little powwow and we all talked about it if it was gonna be a good play at the time or not. And because we felt like we put 712 been pushing all this time and putting the money up and using our resources. If you go over there, it's gonna give them credit for everything that we didn't put. If we
So
didn't
you
did.
kind of felt like it was just the branding. It was just being part of like something that was already a ship. It was, you know what I'm saying? Like they was already had a ship moving. So it was just like saying that you was in a regime was kind of like just saying like you was just a dope rapper.
Well, the situations was with the Pretty Black situation when he offered it. When he came and told us about it, it was me and Huss actually. Me and Huss was at the mini mansion that Black had in you know, in San Lorenzo. So we was over there kind of chilling, and he came back and he was like, man, he was like Yuck Kanye West me. We like Kanye West you? What the fuck you talking about? Me and Huss looking like this nigga talking about. And then he was like, he said, nah. He said I was in LA with him, and he put the dragon chain on me, and was like, you know what I'm saying? This is the newest member of the regime. They was on stage at a show, and he was like, this is the newest member of the regime, and put the dragon chain on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Where the chain at? You know what I'm saying? We looking like where the chain at? You know what I'm saying? That he said I gave it back to him, man. It was too little. It was like a little one. He was like, I didn't want that one. You know what I'm saying? So we looking like, and at that time, like I said, my cousin, MH, you know what I'm saying, Lil Key, and then my uncle Big Key, they already started the regime with Yuck, and they already had differences that they had, and that was like the first lane I actually had was to try to, you know, come in through the regime, but they was already having differences over there, so Unc ended up going to the pen, and it was, and Cuz when it started Cream City, and did his thing, and he like, yeah, yo, do your own thing like how you been doing it. Just keep doing 712 like how you been doing it. That's the way to go. So that's how I ended up getting Black. So, and that's how we started pushing. So when we get later on down the road, and then Yuck say he wants you to be over there, like I get it, you feel me? He a bigger brand. That's Yuck, you feel me? So why not do that? But my vision was he gonna fuck with you anyway. You feel me? We all mobbing. You don't gotta be up under him or with that brand in order to deal with him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And at that time, you know what I'm saying, it was a mutual agreement, and you know, he acted like he understood, but about 3 weeks later, he came back from LA with that little dragon. You know what I'm saying? The one he said he didn't want. You know what I'm saying? He came back with that little dragon. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, fuck it, bro. I'm like, no, let me check it out. Let me see that. I'm like, this movie is kind of clean, though. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of stubby, though. You feel me? Fuck it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Let's rock out. So it was clean because, you know, it wasn't in person. Nigga don't hate the nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I was a young businessman, and I felt, and at that time, if I would have had you signed to a contract or something like that, that's what they would have called that. That's I would have to send a cease and desist or whatever Jay-Z did with Birdman and Lil Wayne did. Birdman did with Jay-Z. When Lil Wayne went and took that meeting with Jay-Z, Birdman ended up sending him like some kind of little, you know what I mean, legal information, like don't be talking to my artist type shit. Yeah. But we young niggas, you know what I mean? So I can't tell you not to do that. What I'm gonna do, sue you? You my partner. Yeah. So if you want to go over there, fuck it, go over there. So what happened is what we thought would happen. You feel me? He went over there, and so shit. We went over there. So they always looked at us as the regime. You know what I'm saying? But really, we was 712, and then and then, you know, Black went over there. So, you know, that's my nigga. Wherever he at, I'm at. Yeah. So people just started giving us the regime title. But me personally, I never put out no projects over there or never, you know what I mean, did any of nothing with that with the movement at the time. I was always with Jack. So everything I did had My Figure logos on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My Figure LLC and all of that. So I was with the My Figure movement is what I was doing, and Black was doing the regime thing. Okay. And so that's how we all kept it together. So Black did his regime thing, and I did my Figure thing. Me and Jack was doing, you know what I'm saying, curating and putting together shit over there.
So now, thank you for this hat, man. You know, this motherfucker I got some shoes to match this bad motherfucker. This is corduroy. You know, I love corduroy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man, my pleasure.
So how'd you get into the merch?
The merch itself, you know what I'm saying, is actually, you know, as an artist, you know, I just always wanted to stick out. I didn't want to be on stage looking like the people that's in the crowd. So I always wanted something custom. When I first did my name, Yogi Calhoon, I came up, I seen a bear in my head. Like, that'd be marketable. I know I can make that dope. So, and what's hella funny, which bring this back around, if you know, you a Barry hip hop head, you know what I'm saying, Jacka first CD was called The Jacka. It's black, kind of like it got like an interrogation room kind of feel on it. Yeah. The one with Hey Girl on there. If you ever get a copy of the actual disc, you know what I'm saying, the actual CD, or on the if you get the physical copy of the Jacka first album, he got a logo. It's a little guy on there.
On the back?
Yeah.
My cousin Michael Nelson did that.
Come on, man. Okay, so look. So you know I'm telling you, it's real nigga shit then.
The cartoon, you looking at the animated?
Right.
Michael Nelson, that's my god brother actually.
Man, where the fucking I think I got one of the stickers. Let me see. Look at God. Look at this. Okay, so this right here.
Yeah.
So boom. So mind you, I seen that before I met Jack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I already knew who Jack was prior to me meeting him. You know what I'm saying? This little chick, I knew who the Mob Figures was just because we was out Black Fridays kicking it. We all was out doing our thing, right? So I knew who they was, but I didn't know them niggas was rappers. So when we met them through BA, we like, oh yeah, we know these niggas. And they like, oh yeah, we know these niggas. We seen these niggas before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how we all linked up. So when I finally met Jack, I'm like, bro, who drew that little thing for you, bro? That little, cause when he, I'm like, bro, I was just on that. I'm just, I'm into shit like that. So I was like, bro, who drew your little logo? And he was like, man, he said, that's a painting. You know what I'm saying? He was like, that's a painting. Somebody painted that for me. But he was like, I ain't in touch with bro no more. But he was like, I'll line you up with him. I'm like, I bet. And then it never manifested. It never turned into nothing. But later on down the road, we had a t-shirt shop in San Leandro called 2C Clothing right next door to Bayfair. If you remember when niggas was doing all the painted gear around early 2000s, y'all know if y'all remember the shirts, they was painted. You know what I'm saying? They was coming to San Leandro to get them. My nigga Al and Lico was doing them 2C Clothing. And they had a whole little graffiti little team. You know, them niggas were graffiti and taggers. They end up creating a little clothing line too and doing a custom RP shirt. So I was over there with them. That's my brother. So we just at the shop every day. So anyway, I ended up coming across a graphic artist, somebody that could design my shit. And I end up getting somebody to do my bear. So, you know what I'm saying? We started throwing shows at the time, and my partner was like, man, you fuck with Jack now. Let's get Jack to do a show for us. You know what I mean? So I reached out to Jack, like, bro, do a show. We negotiated that shit. Jack, man, I think we gave Jack maybe like a QP and like hella shirts, hella marketing shirts for him to go do his thing. He wasn't even tripping. Yeah. But when he come to the shop to come pick the shit up, I had my my logo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he came in there, he looked at it. He said, oh, you got your little guy, huh? You finally got your little guy, huh? I said, yeah, bro, I got my little shit. But he's like, that's dope. But my logo, the Yogi Calhoun bear, this is inspired by Jack thing. Yeah. Because on the next album, the Jack artist, he didn't use it no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, bro, I'm gonna get the thing. So when I seen he liked it that day and he didn't have no conflict about it, that's what made me just go ahead and run with it.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where my bear come from. My bear actually come from Jack logo.
For sure, it's inspired because you know it's crazy. You know, I think my god brother said that he met the Jacka. I think the Jacka was kind of scouting somebody to do the art, and I know my brother went to an art school, so I assume that it was one of them things where he probably found him at the art school or some shit like that.
Yeah. That's crazy as fuck, brother. How that come together? Nobody never peeped that. Nobody never peeped that, but like, you know what I mean?
The guns is what do it in the bottom. This reminded me of that.
Right, because Jack little nigga had some Nike Cortez on with a puff coat. Yeah. And I always wanted my guy that had a little vest, so I kept the Desert Eagles and I put the little 712 tattoo on him. And that was my chain at the time. I had the little Dipset hanging piece at the time. But that's where the logo come from.
And what is 712? Where did you get that name from?
Man, 712 actually means 7 days a week, 12 months a year, no days off. But that's what it developed into. Initially, what it was the first group I was in with bruh was called Last Resort, and old school pager code. Remember 143 and shit like that. I was trying to spell out Last Resort in the phone. I mean in the pager. So I put LR. Yeah. And the L was a 7.
And the 12 was R.
It was a R.
Yeah.
And it was 712. And I kept it, you know what I mean? And actually my brother, rest in peace, I was getting ready to kind of like do away with it. Cause like I said, it was a secretly named LR was like a secret last resort little code. You feel me? And me and bro wasn't doing our thing together no more. So I wanted to transfer it into something else. Cause by that time niggas is banging the labels, you know what I'm saying? Live Wire for Hire, you know, Jay Stallion was going up. Niggas was banging the label at this time. So I'm like, man, we need to come with something else a little more aggressive. I always wanted to keep it 712 because it was more professional. It was more, you know what I mean?
You have to ask a few more questions before you fill a certain time. Yeah.
But it was 3 numbers, so that, you know, immediately people think it's the area code. You know what I mean? So but I didn't mind telling them. It just kind of, it kind of went with it. But I was just finna get rid of it at one point and come with something different, some mob, something or something like that. And my brother was like, nah, nigga, 7 days a week, 12 months a year, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You need to keep that. And I just like, all right, bet. I'm gonna just hold on to it. And I stuck to it. I don't ever remember telling bro that. You know what I mean? I don't even know why he even said that. You know what I mean? But that's initially where it come from. But yeah, it's 7 days a week, 12 months a year.
For
no
sure.
days off. Just another day of saying 365. We full time.
For sure.
You feel me? Yes, we're open.
For sure, man. Well, thanks for coming out, man, and thanks for the hat and the gear. Where can people find you at?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. The gear, you know what I'm saying? This is actually a Be Different hat. You can actually look this up on Instagram. The Instagram is Bear to Be Different. You know what I mean? The Instagram is Bear to Be Different. You know what I mean? We specialize in high quality streetwear. So we got hoodies, we got, you know what I mean, crew necks, we got t-shirts, but our emphasis is actually on the hats. This is a 6-panel hat. This is the cotton candy edition. It's corduroy and
cotton
suede
candy
with the
suede.
embroidered logo. And this is one of our VIP boxes. You know what I'm saying?
This shit goes into cleaners.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's everything we do, we kind of focus on the colors because, you know, everybody do the same thing. We want you to bear to be different, man. Come with something different, you know, stand out. You know what I mean? So this this ain't no cheap shit. You can't just walk in Lids and get that.
Look, I'm looking at you. Hey.
You feel me? So yeah, man, that's a gift, man. Right now, Dwayne Wiggins from Tony, he's the owner of one of those. Actually a different color. You the first one to actually get this one. You
and I got some motherfucking shoes to match this motherfucker. I'm gonna be so raw by summer. Oh, it's summer now. It's summer now. Get your money.
Hey, speaking of summer right now, you know, I've been down for a while. You know, to really catch my whole story, we would need like 4 of these, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But currently what I got going on is my new song that's out right now is actually called Cold Summer. You know what I'm saying? I want people to go pay attention to that, go download that. That's out right now. The cover, you know, I got my blueberry fur on the front of that joint. And I think we're going back on tour. Me and my guy X-Rated, man, shout out to Block Store. That's currently a situation that I'm with. I still got my label 712, but I got a situation, as you know, 712 is mine. I'm the CEO. I got artists. Shout out my nigga Reezy. We got a group called Fly Gang that I curated to keep, you know what I'm saying, keep the hood going and keep that moving. So 712 got Fly Gang. And then me as a solo artist, I got something going with Block Store with X-Rated, you know what I mean? He did like 26 years, came home, hit the ground running.
Yeah.
We've been on 2 tours already.
Could you get X-Rated in this motherfucker?
Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all can get X out, you know what I mean? X in Vegas, you know what I mean? All we gotta do is get him out here. If we can get it where he on the ground out here, we can line it up though. That's something you want to do, I can do that.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure, man. But yeah, other than that, man, that's the breaking news, man. I got a lot of music out. I'll say if you're a real hip hop head, I say go to datpiff.com and go get all my mixtapes and me just gassing. If you want more of the curated, the good sound, the good quality, go get my latest 2 projects, which is Shipping and Receiving, and then go get Road to Riches, man. They I stand on those, real good quality music. And like I said, Cold Summer is a single that's out right now. And then after that, I got Top Shelf coming. And I didn't get a chance to touch on it, bro, but I wanted to basically, which is right now what I'm doing is I'm into the live instrumentation right now. Yeah. You feel me? Like everything I do, I perform with the band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah,
I perform with the band, bro. That really was like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was kind of scared to kind of start from the beginning when we talked about it. I'm like, this is going to take hella long. I've been doing this shit for a minute. But we did good with touching on everything with, you know what I mean, my family and, you know what I mean, my businesses. But currently right now, present day, we do got Bear to Be Different, which is that new hat line and high-end streetwear. That's available at Bear to Be Different Instagram. You can hit me up and we'll get you, we'll ship everything out to you. And the music is just on Instagram. I mean, the music is on iTunes and all of the, you know, digital sites. But if you want to book me, they can DM me. And, you know, me and the band will come out. You know, I'm getting down with the band. I'm the only nigga doing, you know, mob music or just doing, you know, good music with a band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't just out there rapping and tapping. I'm like gas and shit, like with a whole different vibe. So I can go do the 18 and up parties and I can go do the 25 and ups. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, man. Before we get out of here, man, is it anything else you want to say?
Yeah, man, I want to say that, you know, I appreciate your platform, man. I want to shout you out. You know what I mean? I want to shout you out, man. I like what you're doing, man. The media side of things is definitely needed in the Bay Area. and just in the rap game, period. It's a lot of rappers. There's not a lot of people leading. You know, we need more managers. We need more people behind the scenes. You know, in front of the camera is good, but the money is behind the camera. So, you know, if everybody want their bag, you know, try to get behind the camera, man. I'm in front of the camera because, you know, by default, you know what I mean? So I play both sides of the ball, offense and defense. But other than that, man, yeah, I just want them to just tap in with me, man. Yogi Calhoun, man, your girlfriend's favorite rapper. And, you know, I'm available, man. If y'all want to work, you know what I mean, come with a budget, we get it done.
For sure, man. I love you, blood, man. Thanks for coming, man.
Man, like, thank you for having me, bro.
I am L-Deez for another episode of I Need to Know. And as usual,
Give it to me.
Come on.